Bubba, this is a big moment for you. It appears that walking the halls right now with Cassio Kidd is Brooke Smith from The Bachelor.
Cassio quite the escort.
Yeah, look, he got his hair like he likes it
I'm
today.
in love.
And here comes Brooke. There she is. Hey, Brooke. Welcome to the show.
Cassio, what an escort job.
Yes. And there she is. And there she is.
Oh,
she brought a rose for Bubba. Love is a rose, but you better not pick it.
How about the old rose, huh?
Yeah. Well, Brooke, welcome to the show. Good to see you this morning. Hello, I'm Rick. Good to see you. Haven't seen you since a pep rally a long time ago. Yeah. Also want to say hello to Hope Henson, who's I told her I'd tell her hey this morning at this time. Hey, Hope.
Rick, I'll just hold my rose right here if it's okay.
Yeah, Bubba's got his rose there from Brooke. And
Brooke, thank you for coming in. We know your world's a little crazy right now.
How crazy is it right now?
Well, it's a little different.
Do you find yourself dreading Wednesday nights right now? I mean,
oh, no, no. My friends and I get around and we just laugh.
I bet it. See, that's
hilarious.
What I would do.
Yeah, it'd have to be a raise, wouldn't it?
Have everybody over, get the snacks out, and go, well, let's see what they're going to put on there tonight.
Exactly what we do.
Is that it?
So when it airs...
Cut and taste, and it's like,
well, you knew that's going to happen. You knew that's going to happen. Well, because they've got to, I mean, they call it reality television, but they've got to create entertainment, and they've got to create characters, because characters is what you like. And you know, if it's something like this, you're not going to have enough time to get to know everybody, so they kind of have to rush along who they're going to put you as the character. So.
Very true.
And, of course, we want to ask you about the crazy girl, but I don't want to get into that.
Yeah, we don't want to give anything away, because I know you can't do that, and you're under contract and all that kind of stuff. But
I can talk a little bit about Christy. I think that they kind of portrayed her a little too much.
As a psycho?
No, not
Stalker?
as a psycho, as an emotional person. She is just a very, very sweet girl. She really was. And she was a good friend to me and a lot of the other girls. And I think they just showed one side of her and didn't show how she really was all around.
Well, the thing about it, of all of it, you have to admit that the character she got cast as, you know, y'all kind of breathed a sigh of relief. Thank goodness I wasn't cast as a crazy stalker.
You know, how did all this get started? When did you go, yes, I want to be a bachelorette? What did you do?
Well, actually, it was my mom's idea. She was absolutely addicted to the first show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
And I didn't really watch it. You know, I was kind of busy doing school and at that time basketball and stuff like that. And she actually got me into it at the end of the season. And she encouraged me to call that number.
He
couldn't hear you too good.
She encouraged me to call that number.
Speed, move the mic, and unfortunately, I won't be able to hear anything else you say. But I'll try to read lips or watch the closed caption. Right. Thanks, Alan. Okay, all right, go ahead.
Well, I called the 800 number, and they said send in an application and a video and a few snapshots. So I did, and I was pleasantly surprised when they called me back and flew me out to L.A. So that was really neat.
Oh, yeah.
I'd never been out of the Southeast before. I mean, I was just a little hometown Abbeville girl, you know. And so it was really neat. It was a great experience, and, you know, I was pleasantly surprised when they called me back a couple weeks later, and they said, we would love to have you, and I was just honored.
So,
exciting.
When the first day you walk up and you go, so I'm going to be on Bachelor too. I mean, that especially with your mom being a fan, that had to be the weirdest thing ever.
It was really neat.
You look around and go, well, here I am, and you see all the cameras hooked up and all that, and you go, well, surely I'll be out of here quick. I'll be one of the first ones to go, and we'll go back home and talk about how I was in that line with all. And then all of a sudden, well, I'm still here, and still here.
Still going.
I mean, you're down to the final 6. I know you can't tell us what's going to happen, but I sure do want to know.
My mother doesn't even know how I did. That's a common
so you couldn't tell anybody?
Right.
You couldn't tell anybody?
Tell my mother,
not
my
even
father.
Nobody?
Nobody knows. When I came back home, that's a common misconception. I know rumors get started. People are like, oh, I heard she gets cut next week. Oh, I heard she's the one. I heard she makes it this far. Nobody knows.
Brooke, I've got to ask you a question. Last rose ceremony, you get called out and you kind of paused when you went up, and I thought, I was panicking at home. I was going, Betty, what's she doing? She's in the lead.
Yes.
Was you actually thinking about not going on, or was you just giving him a little fun there?
No, I was actually thinking about going home.
Was you really?
Yeah, it really was. I scared everybody else scared to death, too. The host came up to me after the show. He's like, oh, my God, you scared me to death.
So you can leave if you want to.
Oh,
Some
yes.
did, right?
Right.
First time ever. Which I was really pulling for the young lady from San Francisco to hang in there a little longer. But
Well, Brooke, I have to ask this, just as, standing by and looking. To me, it would be very difficult to fall for someone in that environment. But it appears from what we've already seen that he's kind of got he's kind of found a place in some hearts on there. I mean, how does it? The environment, is it better than it looks to us? To me, I would think that would be a very difficult environment.
With a camera, if we're seeing it, there's a camera there and there's lights there.
Yeah.
So how can you ever just relax and talk and?
Well, it's not always like that. There's not constantly cameras in your face. They do allow you to have some alone time, and that's when really things happen. And it's not always like that. It's not so much pressure, and you get to know the camera people. They kind of fade away in the background, and you just really start focusing on each other. You get to go on these amazing dates.
Oh, yeah.
That was
and, these wonderful experiences, something that you'll have with this person for the rest of your lives, and something you'll always remember and cherish, an experience of a lifetime. So it's kind of hard not to.
Was it Heather from Texas? Isn't that the dark? The first show, I thought she was going to be real nice, and I know she was consoling you at one point and whatever. But wow, last week she's a little. She's turned it up. She's in there to win, huh?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Actually, Heather from Texas was our big sister. She was like the mom of the house. She cooked breakfast, lunch, and dinner. She was a part-time bartender. She would sneak in there, make up my bed, and pick up after all of us. I mean,
Oh, my gosh, I wish she'd sneak into our house.
She was a real sweetheart, and she did let me know, honestly, to my face, that she did think that I was too young, as did some of the other girls.
Oh, really?
So how old are you, 22?
I'm 22.
And how old's Aaron?
In April. He's 28.
Well,
That's not that big of a
That's
deal.
my wife's 6 years younger than me.
Yeah, see, I don't see any problem with either, but as some of the girls let me know, it was just the fact that at their lives, when they were 22, they were not ready to find the one that they see from being around me and getting to know me that, I am
a little
ready.
mental game.
Trying to get rid of the baby.
But that did shock me.
Or she's known Bama.
That, that she kind of went to him and said that. But I liked what he said.
Well, what surprised you the most once you got there on the set? I know you probably in your mind had some idea of what it would be like, but what surprised you the most? What was the most different when you actually started doing it?
Actually, I hadn't prepared myself at all for all those people that were around a lot. The thing that I really didn't prepare myself for would be waking up in the middle of the night and a camera being in my face. Actually, that was kind of freaky.
Yes.
But, and
look,
what you doing there?
Look. And we've all been through that and know how troubling that can be.
Yes, that's
So we...
You may have seen Rick in that video. DJ's gone wild, but what's up?
I'll tell you something funny in the break. But
so since this is Aaron, can you walk around? Do people recognize you right out of the gate? I mean,
oh yeah.
Do you get mobbed down at the mall or anything?
Well, people recognize me a lot more than I thought they would. People come in the store and they're like, "Hey, you look a lot like that Brooke girl from Albertville," and I'm like, "Oh, really? I hear that a lot."
yeah, that's the standard line. That's the standard line. And then if you ever try to go back and tell them you really are Brooke, then they go, "Okay, whatever."
Yeah, right.
I had that happen one time at a restaurant. I was just kidding around with somebody, and then she got to raising on me like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you on Rick and Bubba? Okay, buddy." That'll be $12. So the other thing, and this is what Valerie is kind of wanting to know. Valerie is calling from Fayetteville. Valerie, you're on with Brooke. Of course, all the girls want to know about Aaron. So, Valerie, what's your question for Brooke?
Well, Brooke, I just want to congratulate you for coming this far, and I hope you go on and, move on to better things.
Thank you.
You're doing really good on the show. But as far as Aaron, I mean, he seems sweet on the show, but he seems a little fake. And I know he has a lot of things to contend with there, all those women. But, I mean, your feelings on him does he seem honest to you when you're out with him, or?
Yeah, does he seem like he's genuine?
But he's in such a tough situation.
Oh, I know.
Where, he has got to go on these dates and everything.
I know how hard that can be.
Aaron actually is a very, very genuine person. I think he went into it the right attitude. He doesn't want to lead anybody on. So he doesn't want to... He doesn't want to share his feelings too much at the beginning. He wants to kind of keep his feelings low-key and just kind of feel everybody out at the beginning and, you know, see if he has that initial friendship and then connection with people. So I admired that and respected that of him. But he was definitely a very straightforward guy. He would tell you exactly what he was thinking. And he's just a straight shooter. I don't think he was trying to toy with anybody or be fake in any way. He was a good guy.
We'll be back in a moment with the best of...
No, I did not.
Did you kiss your cousin on the mouth?
No.
I'm really afraid to ask the next question.
Did y'all hug or talk? Or
yeah, we hugged a lot and talked and you climbed trees.
You found her attractive.
And you were attracted to her.
Yeah, she had it going on. And
how old were you?
And you found yourself looking for...
Please don't say 25.
No.
you found yourself looking for...
I was young. Either late single digits or real early double digits.
Yeah, well, that's all.
Let me say this. Did you find yourself anticipating that car driving up in the driveway?
Looking for a little blonde hair running around?
Yeah, sure.
There she is.
So we've all been... See, that's what I'm talking about. Cousins are great.
Does that make us sickos?
And let me say...
Are we sick?
No, because most of us...
Are we a bunch of perverted sickos?
Most of us can be traced back to... you know, the home team leaving the United Kingdom, Great Britain, correct? The royal...
Well, Europe, Western Europe.
All of Europe. The stupid royal family. They've done this to us. Heck, they're marrying cousins now.
And it doesn't show a bit.
Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
We're back. Here's the song. Timing on this, Speedy.
Rick, by the way, in a very uncomfortable moment, I would like to say happy birthday to my mother.
Well, happy birthday,
right
Mama
now,
Speedy.
Who is probably very uncomfortably watching and listening as she probably goes to get her hair did. And all the ladies at the salon, Terry made her own little purse. One of Terry's first purses she made for my mom's birthday. We celebrated it this last weekend, even though it's actually today. And I love you very dearly, Mom. You're the best ever.
Well, and shout outs to your mom during this segment.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. And Don Juan's it's Deer's birthday, and I don't know
his grandma.
Yeah, Dee.
The Dee at the reception.
Shout out time to Deer.
Yeah, you don't want to wish Deer a happy birthday? You busy out there?
By the way, y'all didn't have to remind me. I remember it.
What are you looking at in the hall out there?
I was just handling some stuff out there. We got Ethan coming up next, and I was talking to
I heard him warming up in there, man.
Yeah. But yeah, happy birthday, Deer. Today's Deer's birthday.
Well, Deer, happy birthday.
How did she get the name Deer? That's what y'all call her?
Okay, like her sister. They call her sister Ma Deer.
Ma Deer?
Ma Deer.
Okay.
Right, so I guess they just broke it off and said, hey, all right, you're Deer, I guess. I don't know. Ever since I was a baby, we've been calling her Deer, so.
Okay, well, happy birthday.
Dee, you ever made out with your cousin?
Well, no.
Dee?
No, did you think your cousin was fine or something when you were little?
We all got hauled off to all these family gatherings. We were young. We didn't know. They were the only girls around.
There was tan legs. We couldn't help it.
They didn't know. What did we know?
Well, it was a one occasion when I met a cousin that, you know, I didn't really know she was my cousin because we were from up north. They were from up north, up in Cincinnati, Ohio, and we were like up there for a funeral.
Easy, buddy.
Yeah, one of those.
Did y'all drive your Buick too?
Okay.
Y'all drive your Buick over there?
We drove in the Buick. You know, I struggle with that work. But yeah, we were up there, and I didn't meet a cousin, and we played around and stuff, but I didn't, you know, realize she was my cousin until after I come in and how good she looked. So, but by the way,
did somebody break that to you, and it was bad?
Yeah,
huh?
so
I'll tell you one thing, she's fine. Hey, buddy, that's your cousin.
That's your cousin.
Hey, that is, you know.
That is your cousin.
At least you didn't write your letters.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right.
Oh, did.
Okay, so
what is that?
All right. Do you realize that the Casio kid is now standing in the window where everybody can see him, and he's wearing a Billy Ray Cyrus muscle shirt?
Tell me he's not gonna hang on to that the whole day. What?
That is a sad state right there.
Pull your mic down.
Just don't see that every day.
What you got on, kid?
Stand right here, please.
It's
What are you doing?
It's laundry day.
It looks like it.
What are you doing?
It's laundry day, and it's the only thing I had left.
Casio, you do.
Megan has not seen you in that shirt, has she?
Hey, please explain what this looks like.
He's got on a Billy Ray Cyrus muscle shirt, Now, unfortunately, up top,
it's a sweatshirt with the sleeves cut out, the neck cut out, and it's too tight.
Can I say this?
Way too tight.
Except where it needs to be tight. That's what makes it even funnier. It needs to be tied up through his chest and shoulders. It's fine there. Matter of fact, it's too big. But it comes down to the tummy, and Buddy, it looks like something tried to get out of a bag.
I do believe he's got it on backwards. I think the back should be on the front.
Let's say turn around.
Oh, my God! You got it on backwards! No.
It's got the logo on the back. The pocket logo is on the back.
Well,
the pocket logo doesn't go on the back.
Hey,
I got to show you my love.
How about this? A pocket logo should be
on the pocket in the front.
Then you couldn't read.
We can read it when you're going away.
Then you couldn't read the country song of the year.
He's wearing the BMI Country Song of the Year 1993, Achy Breaky Heart.
Not here, Cassio. Take that out of here.
Spin that around there.
Oh, hold on. We can get it. Oh, my gosh. There's something getting away.
I saw something. Okay.
How's that?
That's better. Somewhere Megan's going, boy, I made a good choice.
You know, too, I was going to ask Cassio if he'd made out with his cousin, but I know how he feels about aggressive kissing now.
Yeah,
but,
you have a little puppy come out and want to play?
Hey, let me ask you this.
JT made out with his cousin.
Oh, sure. JT, you need to give any shout-out?
I do, actually. To Rhonda and Lynn Stone up in Huntsville. Two sister cousins. Now, third cousins don't count.
Oh, yeah. Yes, they did,
wait, not only you made out with cousins, but they were sister cousins.
Oh.
You're going to name them?
Rhonda and Lynn Stone. I never no freedom kissing, just a little maybe, hey, and they had horses and a nice big farm, and we go down to the barn and get the horses.
So what does that got to do with anything?
Wild horses couldn't drag me away.
What was that, a little,
I have
a little, no, JT, you didn't have a little roll in the hay with your cousin, did you?
Hey!
They were third cousins, long-distance cousins. But Rhonda and Lynn Stone, Charles Stone, May Stone, that Roy Stone, the whole family up there in Huntsville, I hadn't talked to them in years, and I don't even know if they still live up there, but Rhonda and Lynn.
Right now, they hope they don't.
My mom was from Huntsville, so we used to come down once a week every summer and riding up that big, long driveway to Rhonda and Lynn's house and see them come out the front door. I was like, yes. Going home.
JT, they're your cousin. JT, you are on the air.
You're from Pennsylvania, right? Are you from Pennsylvania? You are from Pittsburgh, right?
I was only 10 or 11, 12.
Look, when you're in Pittsburgh, you've heard all the rumors. You think once you get to Alabama...
Yeah, I know. Anything goes, baby.
That's 80 degrees. They've got horses.
Okay!
JT,
hey, stop it.
And where we grew up in Pittsburgh, we didn't have whole house air conditioning back then because it got hot maybe once a week, or 1 week a year, 1 week out of the year. So when you'd come down south and get to a house with air conditioning and 85 degrees outside, and you go inside
Daisy
for the
Dukes.
Lemonade, Daisy Duke blonde, and they were a couple years older than me and my brother.
Older woman.
So
Let me ask this. Would you go back home to Pittsburgh and go, y'all won't believe what the South is like?
Yes. Rhonda and Lynn.
It ain't like
Hey,
Hee-Haw.
JT, that's 4 times you've called them by name and stared off in the distance.
Okay.
Are you all right?
You see me go, yeah, we'd be driving up that long driveway.
Yeah.
Easy.
This is where well
Some of us are
Thanks,
ashamed of it. No, we're not ashamed. Come on.
Yeah, I think we need to have a phone segment if you've made out with your cousin. Come clean, you'll feel better about
Baby,
it.
I'm
Just
back.
put it behind you.
Okay. But anyway, Rhonda and Lynn Stone, the whole family up there, give them a shout out.
Yeah, I bet they're glad to hear that.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, I mean, at least we just said a cousin. He's like saying their name and where they live.
Yeah.
Third cousins. Really don't count.
Well,
I didn't have first cousins.
We'll be the judge of that.
Okay.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
Here as we go to the phones. Speedy, everyone on the show, including now Christopher Columbus, who is switching what you see on TV for Media Visions in Turner South, admits that he too maybe had a little thing for his cousin.
No, maybe, Rick. He had three
cousins,
fine cousins, and they always used to wrestle.
They wrestled a lot.
Who is this?
Christopher, come to a wide shot. Just walk in here.
Can I try to clear this up a little bit so it wouldn't be made out to be such a, oh, here go these hillbillies, this is what we've always thought, stereotype.
Exactly, Rick.
When you're growing up and you first start liking girls, that's the only girls you'll ever see.
Yeah.
I mean,
there isn't like a club for 9-year-olds.
No.
3 cousins live in Spartanburg.
Are you all right?
Lynn and Lisa.
How many?
Laurie, Lynn, and Lisa in Spartanburg. 3 of my cousins. And they were gorgeous. And I was 10 years old. And they were, I guess, 18, 19, close to that.
Oh.
Well, what do you
What
expect?
kind
10
of
years old.
Rick, this is the babysitter syndrome.
Oh,
you know
my gosh, not older cousins.
They would tickle me and
Let-
throw
let-
me
He was
on
hot
the
for the
bed.
babysitter.
He would tickle you.
And you, hey, and you liked it.
And you loved it.
And
Well, yeah.
you liked it.
And you would go, when we going back to Spartanburg?
Every year.
Will you tickle me? Hey, in a lot of cases, I mean, if you're ever gonna learn to kiss, who else were you gonna use? Especially like Christopher Columbus, they're older. They had a little fun.
They could probably help you out a little bit, you know?
Y'all saw JT light up like a light, didn't you?
Yeah.
Of course, my wife's watching now.
Well, look, we're not saying we're talking about being young. We're not talking about anything dirty here.
Yes.
Oh, no.
We're talking about innocent puppy love. Hey.
And you looked around, they were attractive. You realized you liked girls, and the only people you got that close to were cousins.
Sure.
I mean, you might look across a classroom, but that was about it. What could you do at school?
Yeah, this was summertime.
They wouldn't even
anyway.
talk
You wouldn't
to
even
you.
in school.
They wouldn't even talk to you. You're in the car, you drive up, you're sitting there in the same room with them.
Hey.
So, suddenly you're on the trampoline. You what?
Yeah. Chasing on the playground.
Just because you roll around and maybe like fall on each other on purpose on a trampoline, is that considered wrestling?
Yes.
You're flirting with your cousin.
You know why you were on that trampoline?
You wanted to bounce around?
And
I tell you, whoever you fell on that, they must have really enjoyed it.
I was thin. I had it going on back then.
You still do,
I was
but
my
you're
young days.
Bachelor.
You're the Bachelor, man. You're back.
That was before I hit the gym.
You've got an aggressive kissing girlfriend.
That's
man.
right. You could count your blessings.
Did you see the guy, and he owned me, and I meant to print it out. I forwarded it to y'all to see if one of y'all would print it out in case I forgot it, and I did. The guy who sent other things Cassio Kid doesn't like. Did you see that?
No, I did not see that.
It had like Thanksgiving dinner. I mean, it had it had all these great things Cassio Kid's got a problem with, and it was hilarious. So I'll try to get that.
Where's the guy here?
Hey, Cassio, did you have any tickets left, though?
To the gun show?
Yeah, to your gun show you got going on right now? Okay.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I'll hook y'all up.
Okay, man. Thank you, Top Gun.
Yeah, I want a front row.
All right, let's go to the phones.
Your mic's not on.
Amy's in Childersburg, Alabama. Hey, Amy, how you doing? Amy.
Amy.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, Amy.
I'm really sick.
Oh, Amy.
I can't. That phone didn't work. I'm so sorry. Carrie in Harrisville, Mississippi. Carrie, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. Monkey Grass.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. What station you listen to?
Listening to you on 92.9.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Brookhaven.
In Brookhaven.
Yeah.
What was funny was a while ago y'all was talking about cousins and stuff.
Yes.
And right after when y'all took y'all's commercial break, it went to focus on family.
It always works that way. Rick was on a rant about closing the day. First thing was a mortgage commercial.
Yeah,
you know?
I was talking about closing a loan, and we went in the Birmingham station. Their first commercial was, "Have you closed your loan yet?"
Yeah, I mean, right out of the gate.
That's the first thing it
Unplanned.
said.
Isn't that funny?
So Mississippi gave us focus on the family right after us talking about dating cousins.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Richard. Hey, okay. Hey,
Well,
Speedy, you
what I
got a call
wanted-
on that one today?
What I wanted to let you know.
Yeah.
Was that I'm from a small town, and I'm kin to everybody, including the dog. That's my Uncle Earl's boy.
I got you.
And right now, I'm dating my fourth cousin.
What? Well,
right now, today.
As we speak. Let me say, I didn't even. Hey, that don't even count. You can't go fourth.
Is there such
Third?
Well, wait a minute. What is the cutoff?
Yeah,
But yet,
the cutoff.
No, wait. Don Juan makes a good point, but you know it's your cousin. And you're a grown man.
Well,
Is there such a thing?
Right, I know it's my cousin.
Carrie, is she really fine?
Is she good looking?
She's fine to me.
Yeah.
Y'all, I'm getting uncomfortable.
Listen, no, there's a cutoff. I mean, the cutoff.
What is the cutoff?
Three's the
That's what I want to talk
cutoff.
That's what I want to talk to y'all about, what the cutoff is.
Now,
Three. You're clear.
Wait.
He's clear. He's clear.
All right, calm
There's
down.
no such thing as a fourth cousin.
Three. There's no such thing as a fourth cousin.
Oh, yes, there is.
It's the third cousin once removed. But anyway, so are you saying third cousin is you're no good there, or you're clear on the third?
No. Fourth is where it begins.
Fourth, you're clear.
You're out of line up through
Fourth,
three.
I'm clear, so I'm good to go, right?
Give me an example of what a fourth cousin, how they would be your fourth cousin.
How would
okay,
it?
That's why.
Her daddy.
So you can't even figure it out.
Her daddy is my third cousin, which is my grandfather and his grandmother were brother and sisters.
I don't know if
Different family.
I'm confused. Say that again now.
Are you?
My grandfather and his grandmother were brother and sister.
You mean her?
Her daddy.
Her daddy.
Her
Daddy's grandmother and your granddaddy were brother and sister.
Yeah. My great-grandfather and his great-grandfather was the same man.
Y'all, they're linked in there.
Watch out.
Rick, that is bogus, man. What?
That's a little closer than I thought.
How about this? I don't think that's fourth.
I don't either. You may need to count that again, Gary.
If you can explain it and break it down like that, I think it's wrong. Come on.
Hey,
Come on.
Yeah, I know.
Carrie,
I know.
Carrie, I expected your list to be longer than that.
I hear you, man.
There wasn't even a great-grandfather.
Yeah, you got to have the word great in there.
Yeah, it was great-grandfather.
Or how about this? You need the word great or when they were in England.
No. How about this? I wanted great. Yeah. That's what I was waiting to hear. Because how about this?
I wish I could throw a couple more in, but I can't, man.
Yeah, I mean, listen, my kids have a great-grandmother who's living. You know what I mean? Hey, you kids ain't gonna be right. I wouldn't do it.
Go ahead and date Carrie, but if you want to do 6 toes, don't call back.
I'm more worried about, my kid coming out looking like Cyclops, and wanting to put on the pirate patch on Halloween.
You got something else thinking for you, buddy. No.
We all expected that list to take up the rest of the segment.
Yeah.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba. Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
All up in the house.
Top of the hour, the Rick and Bubba Show, 877 We Be Big. We get back, we are discussing, if you're just joining us, by the way, Ethan, the band, will be jamming with us in the next segment. They'll be here this hour. We were discussing that, I don't know how I got started.
I do.
Do you?
I just brought up very casually when you were a young kid, and you went to these family...
Harmlessly climbing trees with your cousin.
Yeah, and you went to these, little get-togethers, the family once a year or whatever, and you saw a lady that was really pretty, and you started maybe flirting with her or hanging out with her, or, and all of a sudden you realized it was your cousin.
Yes. And now that
Rick told us that he knew his was his cousin, but he didn't care.
Well, again, I was a kid. I was just going through puberty, and she was adopted.
Right.
That doesn't count.
I think you're all right there, Rick.
But she is your cousin.
And yes, but she's Polynesian.
Right.
I don't think that counts.
Well, Polynesian.
Plus, she was what, Miss Teen Florida something?
Yes, she was.
And Bubba climbed trees with his.
Yep. You, we want you
kiss,
and you got a little sugar from your cousin when you were younger. You admitted that. JT admitted that he made out with his cousins when they were little, just a little kissy.
Year after year.
Don Juan was hot after his.
Don Juan tried to make out with his cousin till one of his family members said, "Hey, that's your cousin."
Right, and he would play chase with her and then fall on purpose so she could catch him.
Right.
Cassio smashed his cousins on the trampoline.
Yeah. So it was...
Christopher Columbus, who switches for us, he was hot for all three of his.
He kind of had...
sisters, too. That's a double whammy.
He kind of lived the young teenage dream. He had, like, 17 and 18-year-old female cousins.
Like tickling him. He liked it.
Well, sure he did. So that's all we said. Now some of y'all, I got to say on the... And I know somewhere... Ted Turner, for the first time, who really hates Southern stereotypes, by the way, is just dialed on. Said, I want to see what's happening on Turner's Sound.
Yeah.
Oh, look, here's a new program.
Well, we're making fun of it. That's what's so
sure.
funny.
Like I said, let's see what's happening here.
Let's say hello to Mr. Ron Lang this morning.
Yes. Eli.
Guy listening for the first time this morning.
Hey,
oh, man.
That's the guy who's thinking about putting us on his station.
Yeah.
And then Speedy said, how about listening to the show tomorrow?
Yeah.
That was yesterday. So he's tuning in today.
I thought we were a good, clean show.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of your cousin, there's Bobby Horton.
Yeah.
I bet he's kissed a cousin or two.
Look, he doesn't discriminate. He kisses everybody.
That's right.
Yeah.
Eli in South Carolina. Eli, how you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Eli, welcome to the show.
How you doing?
Just rolling out this morning?
I can't watch TV and do this at the same time.
No, you'll really get sick.
And they're not going to show your picture, Eli, so what do you care? All right, so
here we go, Eli.
Eli, what's your story?
Focus, baby. Here we go.
All right. Basically, I was going, but...
All right, he can't do that.
Eli, I'm going to ask you to stop looking at the TV.
Yeah?
Eli, you do realize this is too early to be drinking, right?
It looks like you got a good subject line, but we're about to dump you.
Come on.
I had I started dating this girl when I was real younger.
Yes, you didn't know.
Real younger.
Like when I was 18.
Yes.
I was living in Columbia going to school.
Yes.
Come to find out she's my third cousin.
Now,
and I married her.
You married her? You married her?
Right now, y'all are married?
Right now.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean...
When did this come to light that y'all were related?
After we were married.
Yeah.
So you're like married and y'all are talking about family members and somebody says, you know, my Uncle Ed over there in, Charleston, and you go, you know, that's funny, I got an Uncle Ed over there in Charleston. Did y'all do that or what happened? I mean...
Or was it even worse, you invited a family member to the house to meet your new wife, and when she showed up, your wife said, Aunt Martha, what are you doing here?
It's not like that. It's like,
good.
I never knew my dad.
Yes, you went for a hug, and your wife did too. So you never knew your dad?
No, I never knew my dad.
Now,
my dad's side.
So how did you piece this together?
We went to a family reunion in one of her family reunions, and I met my uncle.
And there was your kinfolk. Oh, okay.
Yes. So have y'all talked to someone about, is this a real serious situation? Third cousin, was there some marriage in here, or y'all blood kin?
Well, we're blood kin. It's like she's my dad's second kin, second cousin.
Yeah. So this is
dad's father's first cousin.
Yeah. So you got yourself a situation here. Yeah. Well, Eli,
you're not going to have kids, though, right?
I can't have kids, so.
Okay, good. Well, why don't you go out and adopt some, if y'all have children, maybe adopt a baby or something, that'd be nice.
Well, we're looking into that now.
Well, good. I hope it all works out then.
Just don't tell the folks that y'all cousins.
Yeah. In the interview,
just leave that detail out.
In the interview,
I mean, not trying to pull anything, but you can give too much information.
Can I say this though? Can I say this? It does save a lot of controversy about where we're going for the holidays.
Yes, it does.
Right.
So you want to go to your family or my family? We go, oh, I'm sorry.
You want to go to your family or your family?
We go to my family or my family?
Our family.
Let's go to
and Ryan dated cousin.
How about this? I can tell you. Look, I know Ryan's family. I know there's a lot of them.
Yes.
I don't even need to ask him if he had a crush on a cousin when he was little. I don't even need to ask him.
You didn't know you was just a stupid
How about
kid.
this?
You put
How about this? I bet he can name 3 cousins he had a crush on when he was little. Okay.
Look, Ryan is from the same county Bubba and I are from. I know he made out with a cousin.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I bet you dated one in high school.
Did you marry one? I bet a cousin wore you jersey. Let's go to Amanda in Jasper.
There was a lot of Greenwoods. A lot of them.
Let's go to Amanda in Jasper. Hey, Amanda, how you doing?
Hi, Monkey Grass.
Hey, welcome, Amanda.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I just wanted to say I've been listening to y'all for about 5 years, and I just really love your show.
We have a good time. Thank you for being part of it.
Well, you're welcome. And I just called to say, actually, that my husband had dated like his 5th or 6th cousin.
All right, see, this 5th and 6th.
Yeah, I think you're all right.
But what was the funny thing was they went to church one Sunday, and he went in holding her hand, and his brother went around introducing and said, and by the way, this is our cousin Dottie.
And he didn't know it at the time?
Well, no, he did know it, but everybody at church didn't know it, and there he is holding his cousin's hand.
Well, look, your brother always help you out in situations like that.
Speaking from experience, your brother's always there to help you.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
One of these, if we knew that somebody was dating their cousin, we would put up a billboard.
Yeah.
And just let them see it on the way to work.
Yeah.
Well, Rick, you stole your cousin. You stole your cousin from your brother.
Well, that's cool. That's true. That is true. That is true.
So, I mean...
Yeah, sure. Matter of fact, how it worked is I started talking to her about I thought it was inappropriate how they seem to be liking each other. All right, let's go to Julie in Andalusia.
You want to see the boathouse?
Andalusia. Hello, Julie.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I have to say, first of all, that this is like watching a Chinese movie because, you're getting it about 3 seconds after I say it on TV. So this is really weird. I'm waiting for the subtitles to roll across the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, you need to listen to your telephone, not the TV or the radio.
Yeah, because in a minute, Godzilla's coming after you. Yeah, well,
Godzilla.
What's on your mind, Julie?
Okay, my grandparents on my mother's side, her father and mother were first cousins.
Whoa!
And I knew they were cousins, but I didn't realize how close they were. My grandmother passed away recently in September, and we got to talking about it, and I realized that grandmother lived in Crenshaw County with her father, and my grandfather lived in Covington County, with his family.
Mm-hmm.
They never saw each other, kind of like one of y'all were saying earlier. They never saw each other. So when they went up for visits, and they met, and in meeting, they decided to get married, dated for a while, whatever. And then one of her sisters and one of his brothers, they married too.
Easy. How about this?
I found out later.
How about this? Your family tree shouldn't look like a bamboo stalk. Let's get some branches on that thing.
Let's bring in some fresh blood here somewhere.
Then my grandfather, his father was married 3 different times, and his second wife, which is my grandfather's mother, they were related somehow.
Well, you know what? I'm just glad all these stereotypes about the South are not correct. That's all that's my relief here today.
So are these your blood relatives?
Yes.
Do you have kind of a big head?
Really?
Well, no, that's I don't.
Not physically. Hey, not physically, I don't.
Okay. Well, that's a fair question.
You're going off the family, you do.
That's it. By the way, Christopher Columbus is out.
He's switching with his forehead right now.
By the way, he's my meter too, and he fuels me and makes me work.
Sure.
See what? That's what was, called in the Victorian time a blue-blooded person.
That's where that term came from.
Exactly. So, in essence, I'm blue-blooded.
Yeah, well, like I said, the royal family has caused all this.
Exactly.
They started.
And I'm sure that's where...
You have a big head.
Well, have you ever looked at Prince Charles?
He's got big ears.
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. That was a fair question.
It makes you have big heads?
Well, yes. Sorry, buddy. I mean abnormal.
Everybody's looking at Bubba.
Right. No,
why y'all looking at me?
Right.
You've got oversized head, very long, by the way.
Yeah, mine is more of a banana type. Look, really big right through here. Look.
A lot of cheek,
It appears right here. It's going to be, and all of a sudden, there it is. A lot of jawbone here.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba. Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba. Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.